that is not key. So they may not be, the matter will not come up in the tribunal. You know, after election, the election tribunal is set up where you have grievances, you say it. He only mentioned that there are pre-election matters in various courts that a PDP has, yes, pre-election matters that PDP has about 4 or 6 in various courts, and they continue pursuing theirs. That APC also have 2 pre-election matter against Obaseki. That for him, he's not going to tribunal, but the case is still on, and as such, they are going to see, the party is going to see to this logical conclusion that PDP is also pursuing theirs. So he's not keen on going to the tribunal. That was what he said.
I understand you. Let me just play the video.
In order to win a war.
In an interview, Pastor Ize Iyamu, while thanking guests for identifying with him, said he is not keen at challenging the outcome of the Edo State governorship election at the Election Petitions Tribunal, while his wife, Professor Ize Iyamu, said they have numerous reasons to appreciate God.
Elections have been done, there's no doubt about it, and whatever you're feeling about the outcome.
So listen to the video right now. Yeah.
He is saying it's not keen going to the tribunal, but those cases, in fact, it's not even 4, it's about 12 according to him, and which the PDP is also pursuing. So they also have 2 against Obaseki, and I believe one of them is these qualification issues and others. But it's clear that he's not going to the tribunal. So the pre-election matters are still very much on in court. None have been withdrawn.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, the rumor of Captain Hosa that he's sick, he collapsed. You know, I read one article yesterday based on this news, and the article was too biased for me to believe, honestly. Too biased, you know. There are speculations about Captain Hosa right now, especially this health issue, but there's no concrete evidence of this news.
You should not dare politics. You know, I also remember telling you that of a friend of mine who jokingly said that if you lose election, it is worse than you being repatriated from abroad to Nigeria. Can remember I told you about it.
Yeah, you said that.
Whether he's sick or being flown abroad, those are alleged information. You know, the shock. Don't forget he footed the bill for the campaign of the APC. So the shock, the money, and when he was asked, you can remember in one of his interview, he said it's for charity, they are not paying his back. He even used the word Red Cross. You know, that would tell you the huge amount he has invested in the bid to remove Obaseki from office. It is very shocking, even if it's 1 naira. But one thing I should tell him to thank God for, that a lot of people have also benefited from those charity work, according to him, the Red Cross, because in politics, you either gain or lose. It's not a total lose for him, because a lot of individual who works with Ize Iyamu also benefited financially through that election process, and all these are his money. So you should take heart, because this is one thing in politics I keep advising. If you are not strong in heart, don't go into politics. One thing I'm happy about Ize Iyamu, the lively nature he is still in that position.
Strong, yes, he still remains the same. Yeah.
To go for Thanksgiving shows that he's not a shock observer when it comes to political matter, and that is good, because losing election is a very, very tough thing, and he not been in politics for a while. He be the sole financier of that campaign. You know how much he would have lost from that. But you should take it as a business investment where you lose or gain. So whether he is flown abroad, he's sick, or he just keep mute, not talking to the public. It is all about the shocker. It is so damning that politics, that is politics. And when you lose out, it's so shocking. A
Yeah.
lot of my friends who even contested for councillor that lost a whole 3 years, you don't see them in public. They're always hiding. If you want to, I remember the friend who lost a councillorship in my area at that time. The only time I have access to him is in the evening. He called me that yes, I should come. He talks to me and shows a lot of regret. I wish he know the money he has lost. We have to console him. It's not easy. Now he has invested in a beef or a whole state. It is not easy. So that is it.
Yeah. If this news is true, I wish him a quick recovery. You understand that? I wish him a quick recovery wherever he is in the world right now. We are not sure of the news, but we are just saying, because Captain Musa has
I
the
I,
right, like what we
I know.
said.
The reason the news came out is because he's no longer in public view, and I'm telling you, whether he's within Benin, whether he's in Benin or is keeping from public view that led them to write such information, it's still the shocking. The shock is there. You know how much to say you want to invest a party to remove another governor, a sitting governor, billions would have gone. So it's still the shocking thing. So maybe because of his out of public view that made those alleged information, if it's not true. So that is politics for you.
Yeah, maybe people, yeah. The article I read based on this news yesterday, honestly, uh, never ever, I would never ever, you know, uh, uh, believe such article. It was obvious that the article, whoever wrote the article, was biased. So that's why, for me, I believe that this news is a rumor, it's alleged, and we don't have to dwell on it until there's a physical evidence showing that Captain Hosa is really sick. He was flown to the UK. Otherwise, I won't believe all those biased articles online. Okay, so I think the state is peaceful now. Post election is peaceful. Nothing is going on. They are not producing too much news anymore from the state, which is good. Everywhere is calm. And the 14 members elect are now living in a what? Are they still in Edo State or they are still in they are in Abuja?
Yes, it's true that the chairman of the PDP came out to tell the public that they have written to INEC to conduct election for those 14 seats. They don't also, that is it. Yeah, it's normal. But don't also forget that the matter is also in court. It has not been struck off, irrespective that these 14 elected members violated some legal aspect by taking laws into their hands, which if the matter had to come up, they will also be dealt with for taking the laws into their hand, not waiting for judgment before going to sit as a kangaroo, illegal sitting, and inaugurating themselves. So that is it. But they also knows the implication of it, and I believe they are not sleeping. That is politics for you. Politics is
I don't really see INEC
court.
conducting, yes, yeah, Mr.
Court
Daniel.
has not. The court in Abuja. Yes, they are not. They will not. They will not. They will not. The only sure best to it is, if I'm going to advise the 14 lawmakers, they should sink. They should continue if they have been begging. They should enhance their effort of begging, apologizing, signing an agreement. If they are leaving the APC, since the APC is no longer in control of Edo State, to PDP, they should quickly decamp, apologize. Negotiation should be made. And negotiation that will be made is just for if it is agreed by the parties involved, the speaker going to the floor of the house, rescinding the decision after both parties have reached an agreement and inaugurate them and they start their work. I'm not still removing that possibility, but for now, that is what the PDP chairman has said that they have written. But don't also
Yes.
forget that
So
the matter is in court, and as such, the court will not act until the INEC will not act until the judgment or the case have been struck off.
yeah, so forgiveness. For me, forgiving these 14 members that left is like opening the door of your house for thieves to get in. That's what it
Uh,
means to
when
me.
when you hear those slogan that politics is dirty, this is one of the aspects of politics that is dirty. You understand? It's not that it's not
It's
what
really dirty.
what you do at home is completely different from what you do at a party level. That is when they say politics is dirty. This is part of the dirty game. A lot of alleged information that they were dragged into it, and they were also disappointed because
That's
those
what
who
they're
dragged them
saying.
to it, yes, yeah, that those who even dragged them to it, what they agreed they did not pay. A lot of alleged information that what they agreed was not paid, and as such, but they remain elected. And since Okie, the speaker, has asked for INEC to declare their seat vacant, and they went to court. I believe they should negotiate fully well before they struck off the matter in court or withdraw the matter so that they have peace.
So they
Politics, this is
said they
the
were
aspect of
deceived.
politics.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, those are alleged information we
and
that
you
is
said
flying
this,
around
so
today, you know.
Mr. Daniel, you said this honestly. Exactly what you predicted. The Zoom meeting that we did the other time, you remember when you said these people they will come back and say they were deceived, this, you know. Exactly what you said. Oh Lord have mercy. Who deceived them? Who? Who is the person? Adanso Shomole, their wannabe godfather. Yeah.
Even now that
It's,
Chevrolet is a bit silent now. Everywhere is silent in Benin because
yeah.
victory in politics, victory is so sweet in politics, so as losing is so bad in
Yes,
politics.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
it. So all these alleged information about Captain Hosa, because it's no longer in public view, so you cannot
Mm,
really. That is
yeah.
how it is in politics. So these are one of the games in politics.
Exactly. Exactly. What about Honorable Victor Eduro, who was impeached by Adanso Shomole during his tenure as the governor of Edo State? And this same Eduro endorsed Adanso Shomole and whatever he was doing at that time. He switched his support to someone who impeached you from the Speaker of House of Assembly. Just the same thing that Ize Iyamu did, honestly. So what is
You
he
know,
saying right now, Victor Eduro specifically, who was even elected as a fake Speaker of House of Assembly? Okay, let's go to the story. Uh, Victor Eduro was impeached because he was the Speaker of House of Assembly during the time of Adanso Shomole in Edo State. So Adanso Shomole planned a coup that impeached him from the Speaker of House of Assembly. So last year, he switched his support to Adanso Shomole, someone who impeached you. And the fake inauguration that was conducted prior to the election, Victor Duro was also elected as a fake Speaker of House for the second time again.
that is for Honorable Victor Edoro to say. We have not even heard from him. He has not been in public view after the election. You should know that. And for inauguration, and the proclamation of the governor has also been done, and those who came were inaugurated. As for the politics, whether Oshomole was the one who gave his consent to give him the speakership, and at the end of the day gang up to impeach him. That's one game in politics. They will tell you it's permanent interest, something not permanent any politics. But what is on fact is what we try to, whether he switch camp, yes, they are always
And
there on their
Shomole is a
best friend.
perfectionist.
Permanent
Also,
interests are not permanent enemies. So
yeah.
these are part of the game in politics. You say that it's very dirty. So it depends on how well you play it maturely and get the better side of it. So politics is for the good of all. It's for the good of the individual as long as you play it to your favor. So at a particular time when you
Mr.
play it, it can always be on your favor. But
Daniel.
presently, Honorable Victor Adoro do not have a seat in this present assembly because he remained elected, but he has not been inaugurated, so he's not a member of this present assembly.
Mr. Daniel, yeah, you are well grounded in the Nigerian politics. Anything you say, I believe you. I believe because everything you predicted before the election, everything happened. Everything, no one single one was left behind. I believe you honestly.